Traffic update.
If you or a family member are 55 or over and need nursing home level care, but want to keep living where you are, check out Providence Elder Place PACE. This program offers healthcare, housing, transportation, and recreational activities. There are no copays or deductibles, and it's covered through Medicare and Medicaid. Providence Elder Place PACE works to keep you healthy and in your home. Call 206-320-5325 or visit providence.org Elder Place. Providence.org Elder Place.
Sergio LaCour's Love Lines is on Rainier Avenue Radio World. Thursday nights at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. Music and dedications for the grown and sexy.
When feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or frustrated, what does self-care look like? It looks like doing something to clear your mind, such as meditating, painting, making a playlist, going outside. You can also stay connected with friends and loved ones. If you feel alone, look for an online community with shared interests or volunteer to help people in need. And use virtual sessions to talk with a mental health professional. They're here to help. If you need support, call the Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. Brought to you by the state of Washington.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World. Check us out on social media. Facebook and Instagram, Rainier Avenue Radio World, and on Twitter at Rainier Ave Radio.
Welcome. This is Brenda Charles-Edwards, the host of Seniors Matter. We are live every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on www.rainieravenueradio.world, your community radio station. You can also listen to us on your YouTube, Facebook, Twitch.com, and the Rainier Avenue Radio app. Seniors Matter invites a variety of guests to discuss issues and activities that may impact the lives of older adults, their families, and the community. If you're interested in knowing what is the best gift you can give yourself and your loved ones, join me on Zoom for a group or individual session on end-of-life planning. You may call me at 206-683-2636. Today, my guest is Lanisha DeBartoleden. She's the president and CEO of the Northwest African American Museum in Seattle, Washington. Under her leadership, NAM is repositioning itself for accelerated growth. Welcome to the show, Lanisha. So good to see you again, my dear.
Miss Brenda, it is always a delight to be with you. Thank you for having NAM on your show today.
Well, it's a pleasure, and I know you have a lot to talk about. So let's start with, tell the audience that may not know, what is NAM and what are the wonderful things that it's doing?
Oh, thank you. Well, the Northwest African American Museum is really a gem in the cultural landscape of the Pacific Northwest. We are an African American museum that advances justice and equity. We cultivate educational empowerment, and we center and celebrate Black heritage, art, and culture. We believe in Black wellness, Black well-being. We tell Black stories, and we honor Black lives. And we're just delighted to be here to discuss some amazing upcoming programs that we have. This year, 2021, we have deemed our year of excellence and resilience. And we started the year off back in January with a virtual program with Dr. Eddie Glaude of Princeton University. Then in February, we had an amazing Black History Month speaker, Rochelle Riley. And then in March, we had an amazing conversation with the great-great-granddaughter of Madam C.J. Walker, Alelia Bundles. And then in April, we had a wonderful conversation with Dr. Cornell West as our guest from Harvard University. And then in May, we celebrated Malcolm X Day in conversation with his daughter, Ilyasa Shabazz. We have started a program called Knowledge is Power book giveaway. So we pop up in communities across the region and we give out free, new, beautifully illustrated books on African American history and art. We started our own choir, Miss Brenda, as a museum. It's called the African American Cultural Ensemble because We believe in the power of our heritage and our music to bring about hope and help and healing. So we're the first museum to start its own inspirational choir. So there is no stopping NAM or slowing us down. We are just on the move and constantly engaging with our community and our region.
I love it. Tell me, is this the picture I see? Is this the choir?
That's the ensemble.
The ensemble, I mean. Oh, wow. I'm trying to see if there's anybody in there I recognize.
I'm sure you recognize some folks, perhaps Miss Josephine Howell there in the center, or Kent Stevenson. Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, I see it. Oh, wow, that is great.
Yes.
That is outstanding.
And they
now, when do they perform?
During Juneteenth. So the ensemble debuted during NAM's 9-day Juneteenth commemoration. This year, we knew that Juneteenth was going to mean so much to so many. And so we scheduled 9 days of Juneteenth programming from June 13 all the way to an encore program on June 21st. And all of our Juneteenth programming is available on our website. People can go and learn and be inspired by all that NAM is doing to uplift people and honor our heritage.
Would you give that website address out in case there's someone that doesn't know and they can just jot it down quickly?
Absolutely. It's www.naamnw.org. So that's naamnw.org.
Wonderful. Thank you. So now we're in July. I cannot believe this. It's just incredible. But I know that you're working on a program, and I think it's called Here, Now. So would you mind telling my audience what that's about and who you're partnering with?
Yes, the Northwest African American Museum is really honored to have this opportunity to engage with our elders, our older adults, and or those living with dementia or their caregivers. And we're partnering with the Frye Art Museum. The Frye Art Museum has a beautiful exhibition that is borrowed from the Studio Museum of Harlem called Black Refractions, Highlights from the Studio Museum in Harlem. It's here in Seattle right now. And NAM is partnering with Frye on a guided artwork workshop that is going to be facilitated by an amazing teaching artist called Pilar Jefferson. She's with an organization called Arts and Minds. And this will be an hour-long, inspiring and amazing workshop using Black art to soothe and to engage with older adults. And we're very excited about these two workshops.
So, Ms. Lanisha, is this going to be in person or is this on Zoom or?
It's entirely virtual.
Okay. I plan to schedule. Well, a lot of crazy things have been going on in my life lately, but I'm trying to book my schedule where I can go to the one on, I believe it's July. Is it 7th?
7th, yes, Wednesday, July 7th, 1:00.
Okay, and that's an hour long. And then when's the next one?
So the other will be 2 weeks later on Wednesday, July 21 at 1 p.m. And there will be different artworks featured in each of the workshops. So we encourage individuals, if your schedule permits, register for both because the workshops will use and focus on different pieces of Black art.
This is wonderful because a couple years ago, I got involved with a program called Dementia Friends. In fact, I trained to be a facilitator and I've given a couple presentations. But dementia is such a big piece of our life. And especially, I'm speaking for everyone, the whole world, but for our African-American community, because it's still not really identified early enough and people don't want to talk about it. And when I took this training, there were a couple things that really impressed me. One was what the brain looks like when the person has dementia. I was just, it's like looking at a partially, depending what stage they're in, but I'm looking at a bookcase right now and it's empty. And I'm visualizing the picture that I saw of the brain where there were not total empty bookshelves, but they were sparse, like maybe one book on the top shelf, maybe two on the second, and then, all like that. And I was just, my gosh, the brain that is such an important piece of our body besides just breathing air. But
yes.
But the one thing I learned about in dementia, which helped me when my dad was going through it, was the way you talk to people. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that was most impressive to me was when you talk to someone that has dementia, and there's so many different kinds of dementia. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not just Alzheimer's. I mean, it's just incredible. But you need to talk to them at the level where they are. And I mean physical level. For instance, my dad would be sitting in his chair. Mm-hmm. So instead of me standing up in front of him, I would sit down on a little sofa, little footstool thing he had. And I would talk to him so we're eye to eye. And that is so important because for a lot of people, before they have gotten to the point where they don't understand, when you're standing up over them, they see you as sort of intimidating and what do they call it, lording over them. Mm-hmm. Where you're just family, you just want to talk, and so you need to sit down if they're seated so you're at their level. And the communication goes a lot better. I tell you, that training was very impressive for me.
Exactly. And that is what these two workshops are going to demonstrate. The teaching artist is phenomenal, and she is going to really demonstrate and model what effective engagement should be with our African American elders who have dementia. And I'm just really looking forward to this partnership program.
Well, in the fact that I know art plays a big part in it, but the fact that you're going to be able to display African American art, which I'm sure will probably make some things go off in their minds that nobody thought that might. I'm sure it's going to trigger some things. And that is so exciting.
Exactly. I mean, the colors and the themes in this award-winning African-American art, these are art pieces that are from the collection from the Studio Museum in Harlem. And wow. These pieces will really just trigger opportunities to really soothe and to reflect and to, again, heal and to move toward a place of betterment. And so art has the power and the ability to really create calm and hope in us.
Miss Lanisha, you're just doing it. I tell you, you're just bringing it to our community, and thank you for that. If you're just tuning in, you're listening live to Seniors Matter with your host, Brenda Charles-Edwards. We're here every Friday live at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can listen to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and of course, our wonderful Rainier Avenue Radio App. Do you need financial documents notarized? Are you a senior that needs documents read to you for clarity or completion? Call me, Brenda at Black Orchid Notary, 206-683-2636. Tell me where, I'll meet you there. Now back to my guest, Miss Lanisha DeBartoleden. Her 15-year career in museums, I should say 15 plus years, in career in museums began at the National Museum of Kenya in Africa in 2001, and she has studied museums and libraries internationally in Ghana, South Africa, England, Germany, and Israel. Girl, you've been busy, busy, busy.
Well, yeah, you mentioned 2001. My goodness, that's 20 years now. Time flies.
Doesn't it though, especially when you're having fun. And I know that you have a passion for this.
Yeah.
And so it's not a job to you. It's your career, it's your life. And that is so wonderful. That's what we need in our communities. So just a quick thing back to the workshops. How do people register for them?
Registration is a really straightforward, easy process. If individuals go to our website, namnw.org, we have a page called Upcoming Programs, and the two workshops are listed there. You can choose the July 7th workshop or the July 21 workshop. Just click on that and then click on the option that says register. And then you just complete it with your name and your email address. And then you'll receive the link to the platform where the workshop will take place.
I'm
And there
glad
are
to
also
hear.
options. The individuals can also go through the Fry Museum as well on their website to register. So they can register through Fry or through NAM.
Wonderful. I'm so glad that you're doing it that way, because there's been so much Zoom bombing going on because they put the links out on Facebook or wherever. And I experienced, I was in a meeting at National Council of Negro Women, and we got Zoom bombed.
Oh, I'm sorry
And
to hear that.
well, you know, it was okay because we got him. Because some of the folks started breaking out in prayer and chanting. Oh, it was, the guy didn't, he said, what? And then he just dropped off. But fortunately, he was on long enough that our Zoom operator was able to get the credentials, and she reported it. And it turned out that it was his girlfriend's account that he used. So I don't know if she knew it or not, but it got canceled. So
yes,
we won't be doing that, at least not that way.
Exactly.
So what else does NAM do for the African American elders?
Well, Ms. Brenda, we are so delighted to work with your AARP chapter and the Mayor's Council on African American Elders during the annual National Grandparents' Day, second Sunday every year of September, and it's coming up.
Gosh, I can't believe it. I know. That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun to be able to, play Family Feud online and to hear some amazing music, oldies but goodies, and a truly inspiring keynote speaker. I mean, our partnership program around Grandparents' Day always just fills the heart with joy.
Yes. Is Patrice still there with you?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Tell her hi for me.
I will.
She's so cool and talented.
Yes, indeed. Yes, she did an amazing job with our 9-day Juneteenth program. And we have a youth summer writing camp coming up this upcoming week, in partnership with Hugo House, and just one program after another. And so our team is nonstop.
Wow, that's great. So do you have any other programs for the youth?
We do. We have our ongoing youth curators program. We just culminated the graduates from this past year's youth curators program, and we're gearing up for the next cohort. We bring on a new cohort of young people, middle and high school students, every year to learn the art and the science of museum curation. Wow. And that is a year-round program that really is an amazing opportunity for young people to develop leadership skills and to create lasting friendships and be mentored by artists here in the region. So we're excited about our youth curator program. We have our every second Sunday interactive story time. This upcoming second Sunday, we will have a special guest reader, the great granddaughter of Ida B. Wells.
Oh, no, really?
Yes. Yeah. Michelle Duster is going to virtually be with us at NAM. Wow. And she'll be reading excerpts from her new book called Ida B. the Queen, The Life and Legacy of Ida B. Wells. And then afterwards, we're going to take a virtual field trip to see what a local Black newspaper, what the behind the scenes work of local Black newspaper productions are like. So we're going to be going to the Facts.
Wow. Okay.
And showcasing the Facts newspaper. Every second Sunday, we showcase a different Black business with the virtual field trip.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. Mm-hmm. So what was that? Gosh, I had it in my head and I just flew out. How do you get the students? Do you send out something to all the schools or? Yes,
we recruit. So our recruiting season will start up when schools begin in August and September. And we work with all kinds of organizations, schools and churches and community centers, families. So these programs are open to any young person, and it is throughout the King County, Pierce County, throughout the entire region. Individuals can sign their children up for the Youth Curator Program. That information is also on our website, namnw.org, and individuals can take a look at the most recent project that our youth curators produced. They produced a 7-minute animation, a little cartoon about Black women of the arts in the Northwest.
Oh, I have to check that out. That sounds great. Wow. So I know that this is a question that you probably won't have any trouble answering, but how can people support NAM and join it as a member?
Absolutely, Miss Brenda. There are so many opportunities to make our mission your mission. You know, our mission at NAM is really to open minds and change lives using African American history, art, and culture. And we are always ready for individuals to volunteer with us, to join us as a member. NAM is a member-based organization, and our membership is growing. We had a lot of people join during Juneteenth week.
Really?
And so individuals can go to our website to join and become a member. We have different levels of membership. Individuals can make a gift to NAM. We have our upcoming Unity benefit that will be held on October 7th. And that event is an opportunity for individuals just to pledge their belief in unity, because we are stronger together as a community. Right. We are stronger and better together. And so supporting the Unity benefit makes that statement. And so all the ways that individuals can support NAM, it's all located on our website. Becoming a member, becoming a donor, becoming a volunteer, or just following us on social media. We are on all of the platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And so just follow us and friend us to increase our numbers. And so you can be kept abreast of all that we're doing.
Do you still have the program, I forgot what it's called, but when you're trying to trace your lineage?
The genealogy program.
Genealogy, yes.
We do. We certainly do. Yes, we are in continued partnership with the Black Genealogy Research Group here in the Seattle area. We have the Genealogy Research Center at the museum. Individuals can access ancestry.com through NAM and begin to trace their roots. Although we are, it's paused right now. Once we reopen and have things back fully open, individuals can come and start tracing their family roots. It's one of the most powerful things when you are able to locate an ancestor, even if you just have a partial name or a date or a location. The system that we use really helps individuals to use what they know to delve into these historical records and find your ancestors.
That's wonderful. So now there's something I wanted to ask you. What is the Association of African American Museums?
Yes, AAAM, as we are called. The Association of African American Museums is it's a national network of Black museums from coast to coast. It was established in 1978, and it is the professional association of Black museums and Black museum professionals. We gather once a year for an annual conference in August. The next one is coming up in a month. It's going to be virtual this year, but in 2022, the conference will be in Miami, Florida. And yes, and the association just brings Black museums together for collaboration, for shared learning, and for shared service to the field, because all Black museums are in existence to tell Black stories and honor Black ancestors.
Do you know how many Black museums there are?
There are approximately 150 Black museums across the country. When you consider, when you consider Black cultural centers, Black African-American research libraries on many universities that have collections. So when we broadly use the term Black Museum, it's about 150 of them across the country.
That is just absolutely amazing. I had no idea it was that many.
Yeah, similar to the number of Black universities, HBCUs. There are about 104 or so HBCUs around the country as well. Important institutions.
Definitely, most definitely. So have I missed anything? Is there anything else going on at the museum that my audience needs to know and I need to know too?
Oh, Ms. Brenda, we just thank you for your support. We would love to mention some things that are coming up later on this year. We are bringing the great-grandson of W.E.B. Du Bois to Seattle as a part of our Descendants series. And we are partnering with the NAACP branches throughout the Northwest. And we're going to be in conversation with Arthur McFarlane II. He's the great-grandson of Du Bois. And we're going to be talking about the history and the future of Black activism through the life and the lens and the legacy of W.E.B. Du Bois, one of the co-founders of the NAACP. That's coming up August 29. And then individuals can mark their dates because we're also, NAM is bringing Martin Luther King III, the son of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, November 6th, 7th, and 8th. Those dates will mark the 60th anniversary of when Dr. King was here in Seattle. He came in 1961 at the invitation of Reverend Dr. Samuel McKinney.
I know, I was just going to say, he came to Mount Zion.
Yes, Mount Zion was his host site. Yes. His Morehouse brother brought him here to Seattle. And Seattle at that time was one of the most segregated cities in the North. And there were some places that Dr. King was not allowed to speak. They closed their doors to him because they felt at that time that he was too radical, too controversial. And so NAM is really honored and delighted to bring Martin King III, his son, here to help us to commemorate 60 years later what that visit meant. So we'll have a 3-day commemoration.
Oh, that is fantastic. That's going on my calendar.
Wonderful, Ms. Brenda.
I still will do the dementia one too, but this is definitely going to be on the calendar. I love this. This is great. And I think that well, is there anything else before I go on?
No, I mean, we have just a full, robust calendar. So I think I'm going to have to come on your show a little bit more, Miss Brenda.
Okay, you're welcome anytime, my dear, anytime. When I saw that article about you were doing the dementia partnership with Fry, and I said, oh my gosh, I got to get Lanisha back on here because I know you have so much going on that the community needs to know about. And they don't always get the opportunity to find out what's going on. And I am so excited for you guys because you are the heart of the community. And we need to show love to you. And we need to take advantage of all the opportunities that you give us to express our Blackness. And not just our Blackness, but our worth and our credibility in the community. I mean, Black lives matter, folks, as well as seniors matter, but Black lives matter. And I appreciate the fact that you're throwing that out there and giving us that opportunity. One last thing, Lanisha, I got to close out, but I'm going to say that this is Brenda Charles-Edwards, host of Seniors Matter. We're here every Friday live on www.rainieravenueradio.world, your community radio station, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch TV. And of course, the Rainier Avenue Radio app. Lanisha Miss Lanisha DeBartoleden is the president and CEO of the Northwest African American Museum. She's a wonderful asset to our community. I thank my audience for listening. I thank you, Miss Lanisha, for being my guest. I look forward to talking to you offline real soon. To everyone, be safe this 4th of July weekend and live your life like it's golden. The coronavirus special edition is next. Bye, Miss Lanisha.
Thank you, Miss Brenda. Thank you, Miss Brenda. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world, breaking radio.